Can you hear me now? Hey, okay. I love OBS. Doesn't everybody love OBS? So, anyway, is the volume high enough? So hopefully it's high enough. So I'm cranking up the volume a little bit. Please tell me if it's too loud or distorted because I can't get the monitoring to work. So anyway. Okay. So let's switch cameras. And we'll take a look. I'm going to move the microphone because it does not reach very far. And of course I've got way too much stuff all over my bench and I need to clean it up. But I got really excited when there was this guy in Ann Arbor, which is a town that's about 2 hours drive from where I live now. And big university town, University of Michigan's there. And there was a guy who had a Mac SE 30 and a Mac SE FDHD. He's tried to recap the SE 30 twice, and he didn't sound very confident. He thinks he probably damaged the board with the soldering iron by dragging it across it or something like that. Anyway, I haven't even looked at it yet, but it doesn't work. The SE 30 sometimes shuts itself off, so there could be problems with it. But he also had this, and he says it's working, but probably needs a new toner cartridge, a personal laser writer. And he wanted $100 for all three of these. I need to make some plugs to go in the dog holes. This was my woodworking bench. I probably should have turned it around the other way. And maybe I'll still do that, but anyway. So the guy wanted $100 for him. I got him down to 80. And then after I get there, he finds out that he works for a company in Lansing, where I live in East Lansing. And he goes there, he has to be in the office one day a week. So we could have met up next week sometime. But whatever. So I drove the hour and a half there, hour and a half back to get this. So, I can't find my my Mac cracker, but fortunately, he gave me his. So I'm gonna have to find something to hold it because I don't have that. I'm not sure where that tool is. So if you give me a minute here, let's see if I can find something I can use. That'll work. So we can jury rig this. Of course, I just dropped the adapter. Damn it. Where did you go? There you are. So, apologize for the view. Alright. So this ought to do the job. So I'm really excited to look and see how bad this SE30 is. I'm going to move the... Oh, man, these things are heavy. The SE over to my chair. And we'll move this printer back a little bit. Now, he also said that the CRT on this is outgassed. So it's got issues. But I figured for all three of these things for $80, it's worth a try. He said it was not battery bombed, so that's good. This is true. Yeah. How many tools can I lose? I could put screwdrivers in there. I could also just put dowels in there because I made them to fit. I made dogs for them. So I could just make some dogs, that are tight enough to plug them up. Or, I'll just, like I said, turn the table around. So let's see if we can get this open. Okay. Let me reposition the camera a bit because nobody can see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. Oh, great. I just pulled my camera out of the... As you can tell, I don't have things quite worked out on the bench yet. So. Alright, there we go. So let's see what we got here. So a really quick look at the board. It looks pretty clean on the bottom. Oh, this has got a clip on the other side of it, doesn't it? Ah! The tray's in the way. Okay, there we go. What else is holding? Oh, there we go. All right. Well, it's got some RAM on it. Okay, here we go. And I don't have my glasses on, so give me a second here. So he recapped it with tantalum caps. Big giant solder balls on them. As you can, I don't know if you can see. Too much of a reflection there. Of course it's focusing on me. Let me move this. Oh, come on, focus, damn you. There we go. So there's, some inexperienced soldering on here. Yeah, the giant solder balls on it. But, it's not battery bombed. I do see some corrosion. There's a little bit of, rust over on the metal. Oh, this cap is just nasty. Right there. Come on, focus. Let me see if I can get it in focus. I should have busted out the microscope. But yeah, look at the board around that cap. That's a little juicy. That might just be the problem right there. Yeah, I don't really see any other obvious things. But this red cap here is definitely sorry. That red cap is definitely toasty. That's leaking. No, I doubt this guy had it ultrasonically cleaned. He was like stretching his skills to do what he did here, which is fine. I mean, everybody has to do something. There's another cap that looks like it's got some juice around it or crud or something. Sorry. Focus, will you? Yeah, you see how there's gunk on the board there? So yeah. Anyway, something for me to try to fix. So I've got extra tubes. I should be able to. Now, I imagine you can drop this in an SE analog board and tube and make it work. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. Let's see, said that the tube was outgassed. Yep, it's definitely no good. It's exactly how I broke mine. Yeah, you can see right there. That the tip's been broken off. So I should be able to use the SE. Now, he said the SE sometimes just shuts down, so who knows what's wrong with it. And he did say he tried to put the SE30 in the SE, but he got some kind of screen pattern. He didn't say what it was. So yeah, it's definitely been denippled. That could be flux around those caps. You're right, but who knows? There could be, like you said, a broken trace. Maybe one of. I mean, it doesn't. This board doesn't look terrible. I need to get it under a microscope. So I'll do another stream where I do that. But I think at a minimum I need to, re-solder these tantalums. and then look at the traces underneath and make sure they're not messed up. You know, clean it up a little bit and see what I got. He said he noticed some juicy grime around some of the pins on chips, but I'm not seeing any dirt. But again, I'm not looking at it, you know, really closely. So anyway, that's something I can. At least I got an SE30 I can mess around with now. So, and it's not battery bombed, and you know, I don't need to have a Steve special where it takes enormous effort to try to fix them. I'm not up to that skill set yet. So, but I couldn't turn it down. It was a decent price. So we're gonna, let's see if there's a place I should put the cover back on there so that I don't mess anything up. So. At least I can't neck it. Putting it back together, right? Not that I'd ever do that. Okay. Boy. Oh. Old man noises. Alright. Let's look at the SE. What's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, yes, it could be that, although I think if he had put a cap backwards, well, I don't know, it might not have worked at all. It would have blown a cap. Joe's reverse engineering things. K-Max watching me. Yeah, I haven't streamed in forever. So, it was pointed out to me recently that I hadn't posted on my Patreon since May. And I've just been, you know, the move and at VCF and everything that's been going on, it's been kind of difficult to do things. Sorry, you guys are like looking at nothing here. Come on, give me the other screw. There it comes. Alright. I know I put my Mac cracker in a safe place. Apparently too safe. Now he said this has the original hard drive in it. And it's still working. I told him I probably... and he said there were interesting files on it. So obviously it's not his originally. I think the machine is older than he is. So, oh, this one looks pretty clean. And it does have the original SCSI drive in it. So, let's take a look at the board. Sorry. Vomit cam. Come on, Eric. Everything's reversed. Okay. So the bottom of the board looks pretty clean. Okay, someone was smart and took the battery out. So it looks all right. So maybe it's got issues with the analog board or something. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that tonight. Anyway, since this basically works, according to him, we're going to fire it up and take a look at it. So... the curse of the fat hands. I also can't see what I'm doing. So the young man I got this from, I mean, he was in his 20s somewhere, I think, probably close to 30. It's hard to say. They all look like kids to me. Anyway, he is a web developer, and we didn't really talk all that long, but I did ask him, what he was interested in, or and he's just, well, I was just curious about him, wanted to see what I could do with him, that kind of thing. So, but he did admit he hadn't really done much with it. I think he just kind of gave up. He asked me my interest, and I told him about the hypercard programming and everything that I like to do, and he says, "Oh, okay." So anyway, and these things are always so snug. Okay, I think it's on there. All right. So let's see who we got in the chat. Thinking faulty power supply. So Trina votes faulty power supply. Let's see who we got in the chat. So we have... Now I have to take my glasses down so I can read. Got a vision appointment in December because I've mangled these glasses, and they, the coating's coming off in a spot and all sorts of problems with them. I need new glasses. So we got Jack 68K, Joe's Computer Museum, Frank S, Garth Beagle, Trina from Trina's Technobabble, Gut Bomb, And this is all during the silent phase when I didn't have my audio working. Frank S., I think I already said Frank S. was here. Big Bad Biologist from the Big Bad Bench. Who else? K-Mac. That's right. Joe, Trina. I think I got everybody. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I know it was a short note. Oh, hey, Dave. Dave from Dave's Vintage Apple Tech is here too. I know it was kind of last minute. And Richie Markowitz, I'm guessing. Hello. So, let me get into camera view here a little better. Oh. And switch cameras. All right, so thanks everybody for showing up. I want to do a little bit of promotion here. So you may or may not have heard that I am trying to revive the Apple HyperCard user group. So let me move the mic. So the Apple HyperCard user group was what you would think. It's a user group for HyperCard users. Apple does not have official user groups, but they do have something where they recognize user groups. So there's an application process you go through, and I've done that, and I've posted to see if there's interest in it, and there seems to be enough interest in doing it. I don't care if you just have a casual interest in HyperCard, or you don't know anything about it and you want to join the group. And it's a virtual group, so it's going to be, probably YouTube based, and we'll get together on Zoom or something like that. I'll figure it out later. But anyway, the whole idea was just to have yet again another venue that we could use to share resources, and the whole idea is the preservation of existing stacks and things like that. And there are other groups of people that are doing that, plus also getting into developing new applications. There's been some a trickle of new apps and things that people have been building over the years, and Blob is a recent very cool game and example of an awesome application. If you have a chance to try it, please do. It requires like a G3 processor or a Power PC to run native, but the gentleman that created it, and sorry, his name escapes me, I don't have any notes in front of me. Anyway, Bree is what he's called is his handle in Discord. Anyway, he also created a modified version of Mini VMac as a wrapper for it, so you could download it and run it on your Windows box. I believe he also has Linux and Mac's compatible versions, and you can run it on your your daily driver hardware, and it's a great little game. So there's efforts like that really interest me. I'm working on a game called Adventure. That's a text-based adventure with some extras in it. And I've got plans that I'm not going to announce yet because, they're kind of in process. But I plan on doing some kind of a distribution for it. It'll be freely available for download. And I've talked to Bree about leveraging the virtual VMac, mini VMac that he created for Blob so that I could wrap my game in the same thing. So it'll be a while before it's available like that, but it's close to being code complete. I'm working on adding sound support right now, so you could have background music, turn it on or off if you don't want it. It also has sound effects like, pulling your saber out of its sheath, does a swing kind of a thing. And we're also, me and a few others are working on audio files for the dialogue, so that the characters can talk to you as well as just the text adventure. So it's text adventure plus. Think of it that way. So anyway, that's something I'm working on. I hope to have it done by the end of the year. And you know, there's also the HyperCard course that I haven't worked on lately, but you know, it's because I've been building some stacks and things. I'm going to get back to that. But the whole idea behind the user group is just to have fun and do stuff. And you know, once I've got the recognition, I can get authorized artwork to use, so I can recreate a vintage hug group logo and stuff. So that's in the works. If you're interested, go to there's a web page, and it is, I'm sorry, I have to look it up because I haven't bought a URL for it yet. So it's hosted on Macintosh Garden. So it's home.macintosh.garden/tilde vintage hug. So you can find it there. I'll post links in this video. There's also a vintahug@icloud.com email address. So if you want to ask questions or see stuff, you can. If you go to my homepage, which is also on Macintosh Garden, I've got links to it there. Anyway, enough about that. So let's take a look and see if this printer works. I think that'd be cool. So let's switch the cameras back. Every hug from Eric is a virtual hug. Yay! Has the benefit of not actually being a physical hug for me. Although I am a hugger. So if you see me at VCF Midwest and you want a hug, I am more than willing to give hugs. So, all right, let's look at this. So I got the board back in. I got the plugs back in. Let's get the case back on it. Yeah, I know. I always reassemble everything back together before I turn things on. It's just the way I roll. So, oh, why not? Let's just go ahead and go for broke. Or not go for broken. Let's try powering it up this way. You know, maybe I can shock myself or something. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see, you're going to orient this so that you guys can see the screen. Okay. Maybe. I'm going to have to work on this arm because it doesn't really position itself very well. Oh, come on. I don't have the degree of movement that I really need for this. Well, there you can at least see the screen even if it's not lined up exactly. So we've got power cord. He gave me a keyboard and a mouse. He said the mouse is a little flaky. I've got plenty of mice, so I wasn't really concerned about that. So let's get this plugged in. Okay. Get the power cord unwrapped. It is off. Let's see what happens when we fire it up. Okay, got chime. Noisy hard drive. No, we got a cursor. And this mouse does nothing. Wow, listen to that hard drive. Yeah, a little screen wobble there. Okay. And this mouse is not working. So we're going to get another mouse. Yeah, look at the screen. That's got some issues. Heck, who knows if this keyboard even works. Mouse, give me a mouse. Here's, you know what? Let's just use the keyboard we know works. So this is a, what keyboard is this? It's an Apple keyboard. Model, Christ. Tiny text. MO116. Oh, and there's a property of a sticker on the bottom. So that's the gentleman that probably originally owned it. Let's get this hooked up. You know, it's entirely possible I just didn't have that plugged in all the way. We get to listen to it boot again. So the video line's going wonky like that. What is likely the cause of that? Do you think it's the analog board? Or a bad ground, maybe? Bad solder joints? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So maybe just reflowing the joints? I mean, the analog board solder joints is a good first guess anyway. Yeah, I'll try reflowing them, see if that fixes the problem. So I wonder if this laser printer came with this, was used with this machine originally. Okay, well, mouse works now. So that Scott Westerman's the gentleman's name. I'm not going to open any files in case there's, you know, interesting stuff, but he's got Microsoft Word on here, Microsoft Works, like a fax folder, Quicken, system folder and utilities. History 67 through 71. '60s items, admin council, board of ed members. So there's some board of education things on here. Probably meeting minutes, that kind of stuff. So I don't know how interesting that would be. Honestly, it sounds pretty boring to me. Project, principals, succession. Sex education. Well, that could be interesting. Topics 1970 to 71. So there's some ancient files on here. So that could be interesting to look at. Other tools, printing. There's a fax folder. So there's a fax log in here. Okay. Anyway, but it seems to work. I don't know if a mini scribe is supposed to be so loud when it's accessing or not, but it does seem to boot. So we'll shut that down. Sounds like a what do you call it? Flywheel running down. All right, so let's see what we got to do with this printer. Maybe the print driver is on this machine for it. So I got to grab a cable. Pardon me. Okay, I need to figure out, I never can remember which one's the modem port and which one's the printer port. Okay, the one towards the center is the printer port. Yes. Yeah, we're not using this keyboard. Okay. So the cartridge on this thing is from 2006. So it's been around. Oh yeah, I gotta plug power into it. Duh. Oh, and he gave me the communication cable for it. Go back over here and plug the power in. Well, powered on. See if I can get this where you can see the lights on it. There we go. So we had the power light. I don't know if this has got to go through a cycle or anything. I guess I should check to see if it's got paper. And it does not. Do I have any? Yes, I have some paper. I don't have a lot. Hopefully it'll work with just a little bit. If I remember right with these things, there's a way to make it self-test, but I don't know. You know what? I'm going to have to take a break quickly here for a few minutes. Sorry, but I will be back. Sorry about that. I'm back. Fuser has to heat first. Well, it's been sitting here for a few minutes, so hopefully that means it's ready. I'm going to see if there's a driver on this machine for it. I really need to get a 360-degree tilt head for this thing. Ooh, I want to show you guys something my eldest daughter's working on. So, got to change cameras here. Okay. Don't ask me what it's for. I don't know. It's some cosplay thing. Fire Emblem. See, I know. I'm smart. She just told me. Anyway, but it can't. It's 3D printed. Came in pieces. She's had to do some patching on it to fill in gaps around the where the things are joined together. She spray painted it and has sanded it a little bit.
Yeah, tried to.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a work in progress. So. Okay. Boot it up. Yeah, it's kind of a neat sword. So let's see if there's anything in the chooser. And look, there's a laser rider. There's several laser riders. I don't know which one it is. Let's try that. Yeah, she's got a lot of cosplay stuff that she does, outfits and things like that for several cons. So is there a printer test page? Page setup, blah blah blah. Is there a print test page inside this OS that I can go to? Or I guess I could open one of the documents and just... I could just open Word and type something in. No printer test page. Okay. Microsoft Word version 4. Ambo dog face on the banana patch. Oh, it's really a question mark. Okay. Yeah, look at it, type that across. File, print. Print. I don't see any kind of activity. Can't open printer, so I probably don't have the printer configured for the port, I'm guessing. Apple Talk's active. Okay, I've forgotten how to do this. What do I do here? So it'd be under... Oh, yeah, this is really... Gosh, how old is this operating system? What is this, 6 or something? Continue. Be sure to choose page setup and confirm the settings. Application. Okay. Now, I guess I'm going to have to read up on this to figure out what to do, because I have not done much with printers. But something tells me it's not talking to the right port. There doesn't appear to be any other buttons to tell it to come online. So I guess I just don't know what I'm doing. Well, when all else fails, look it up, right? So I will do that. Apple laser, personal laser printer installation. What OS are we using? Maybe it just didn't save the setup yet. Where's the frickin' hard drive? Oh, this really is an old version. Yes. Okay, it's version 6.1.8 of Finder, 608 for the system. Alright. It's the printer tools. Well, okay. So, how do I use this on Mac OS 8? Oh, nope, sorry. 6.0.8. I'm trying to set up blah blah blah. Try installing the older version of the chooser. Okay, that's not gonna help me. Printer port selection. I just bought an SE that's still running System 6. Can I use a laser writer? So, I could try it on my my G3 under 8.6, but I probably don't have the print driver on there. So, anyway, I'm not going to bore you guys with me just trying to figure out how to set this up, and it's also after 10 p.m. and I got to work tomorrow. So, well, it looks like the SE works, but it needs some love. So the SE appears to work. Probably needs a reflow of the analog board to solve the video problems. The laser printer powers up. He said he used it, so maybe he booted from a floppy, because he did have a floppy disk sitting here. I don't know. Anyway, the SE board's not battery bombed, and if I clean it up, maybe it'll boot and work. He said he had bad video out, like it was doing a pattern or something. So maybe it just needs a little bit of cleanup on it. Anyway, I think it was worth the $80. So, worst case, if that board really is borked or something, I could always put it on a well, what's the boards you can get where you can move all the components to them? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. There's something else I want to mess around with on a stream. I got this box software that should work with it's USB. It should work with my G4 or my Cube. So I want to try that. See how it works out. That was $2. Still shrink wrapped. When I get things a little better organized, I want to show off the Adventure app, because I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to record some instructional videos on how to edit your own game and use the editor and stuff. So that's cool. I think it's cool anyway. What else? That's about it. I guess I finally have a reason to break out my microscope that you guys helped me buy, so thank you. It's been a while since I've had to fix anything, so I'm looking forward to that. And, that'd be a good one for Dave's stream. Well, I don't know if I want to mess with the SE30 board on a stream with people that are, distracting me. It's going to probably take all my concentration to do that. I distract myself enough as it is. And then see if we can get these the printer going, and maybe I'll reflow the analog board for the SE this Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks a lot for coming. I'm on Patreon if you guys want to throw me a buck. If you want, you could. I also have a coffee account, so there's that. You can reach out to me on bitbang.social under Eric's Edge. Also, while I'm using an old screen here, I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I've dropped that. You can also reach out to me on my website, and if you're interested in the HyperCard users group, reach out to me on well, actually, I can type it right into the chat. So, ventahug@icloud.com, and I'm gonna go to the website to make that a little easier to grab here. Give me a second. Home. Okay, I've started blogging a little bit more, and I'm using my HTML only page to do it. So I'm writing HTML like it's 1999 again, just because I want to, not because it's better or anything, just because I want to. And let me get to Vintage Hug is the very bare bones website, but it does have the link to the iCloud account on there. Oh, come on. Get to the right page. Here we go. All right. So that's all the sites and things. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Oh, where's the outro? I never can remember where. There's the outro.